Greetings everybody, I am in Lisbon, Portugal right now, and I am with Miguel, who is a fruit collector from the northern part of Portugal. Now when people think about exotic fruit, rare fruit, weird fruit, first place to come to mind might be Borneo, maybe the Amazon. Not too many people are thinking about Portugal, but in Portugal there's a lot of fruit collectors here, and there's a lot of very interesting fruit that can be grown here, and not just indoors in greenhouses, but like outside.
Yeah, that's true.
And is like in Portugal, are there certain areas that are better for growing rare fruit than others?
Of course, the south, Portugal, the Algarve region has a much better climate than the north.
Yep.
But I believe my soil and my water, it's much better than Algarve soil.
Oh, because you're in the north. You're not in the south.
Yeah.
But even where you are, you're able to grow a lot.
Yes.
You're able to grow a lot. And what we have today is a very special type of jaboticaba, which I've talked about jaboticabas in the past, but I haven't talked about this jaboticaba. And did this one grow indoors or outdoors?
I have my tree growing indoors in the greenhouse, but I have also other trees, and I'm aware of other trees on the north growing outdoors.
Growing outdoors and being productive, producing fruit.
Yes, these outdoors, they can live well with the 9B climate.
Okay.
My climate is 9A, so I must be a little bit careful about the cold winters we have up north.
You might have to keep an eye on it a little bit closer than people in Brazil, but it still can be done. You just have to be a little bit more cautious maybe. In the past I have talked about quite a few jaboticabas. I've had the white one, the red one, the blue one, the grimmel, and I think that's it. I've had like four different types, but this is a different type.
This is SABARA.
SABARA. So it's a different species than the other ones.
Yeah, it's a different species, and probably this is the most well-known jaboticaba from Brazil.
So I've had all these jaboticabas, but I haven't had the most common one. And is that because these ones, you said that these take a while to grow, right?
Yeah, 10 to 12 years, more or less, from seed to fruit.
Right. So I'm excited to try this. I've never had the most common jaboticaba. And for these, you peel them, right?
Yes, you don't eat this.
You don't want to eat the skin. I've had, I think, one of them in the past that you could eat the skin. The skin wasn't like too bad.
You can. It's not a big problem, but it's not so tasty.
Yeah, the skin is okay, but the real prize is the inside, right there. And for those that don't know, jaboticabas are really interesting. They grow from a really big tree that actually produces the fruit on the bark. When you look at it, it looks like it's just slowly being eaten by little balls. It's just surrounding it. And the fruit is really, really tasty. It's popular throughout Brazil, but outside there, not super common. All right, I talked enough. Let's give it a shot. Really nice. These have the nickname Brazilian grapes or tree grapes, and some of them taste like grapes, some of them don't. This one, it does taste like grapes. This one has like a really strong, like wine grape sort of flavor to it. But that's not all that's in there. It also has like almost like a creaminess to it, or like a yogurty kind of flavor, similar to the flavor of a cherimoya, or like an annona fruit. You know, like an annona fruit gives you like this kind of creaminess, although it's not like fattening, there's kind of like creaminess to it. This is kind of like that, but also with a delicious, strong grape flavor. And I've had some in the past that have a little bit more of like a blueberry sort of taste to them. This one I'm not really getting so much blueberry, but more of a nice rich grape flavor. How did I do? Does that sound okay?
That's correct.
Yeah. Is that how you describe this one? How would you compare this to the flavor of other jaboticabas?
I prefer this one, not only in terms of flavor, but also in terms of fruit size and small
really
seed.
big.
Usually has a smaller seed than.
Oh, you're right.
And others.
Yeah. The fruit is this big. The seed is just this little small bit. I mean, it's got flesh around it, so it looks even bigger than it actually is. But that's really tiny. So you're getting a lot of flesh in that fruit. It's a tiny little seed. You do have the skin around it that you might want to peel, but I'm going to try it with the skin on it just to see. It's not terrible. It's just like a little resiny. It's got a little bit of like a little pine sort of flavor to the skin. But yeah, that's really tasty. I've had a few different jaboticabas over the years, and they all have their own little unique differences to them. And this one is certainly a really, really tasty one. And it's growing here in Portugal. So I think that is about it. And this is the last fruit from your collection that you brought to me. I came kind of at a bad time, right?
Yeah, middle May, it's not good time for many fruits. But yeah.
Middle of May, I should have waited, like you said, like June is a good
another month.
Yeah, June, July is the best time for fruit here. But even so, coming at the most not ideal time, you've shared with me a few very interesting fruits. So Miguel, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.
If anyone wants to like trade seeds with you or contact you,
I'm on Facebook.
On Facebook,
name Miguel PT.
Okay, so all the growers out there, if you want to get your hands on some interesting seeds and have some interesting seeds to offer, I'll put some information down below. But other than that, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope this has showed you a little bit of the kind of diversity of plant life that exists right here in Portugal. Until next time, bye-bye. This entire time we've been filming, we've been surrounded by ducks. And they are eyeing up the fruit. I mean, these are pretty big. I don't know if you can eat one of these. You're welcome to try. Yeah, I don't think you can. Oh! Duck football, everybody. You got it? I would like to give a big shout out to Smarter Every Day, Loftyrex, and JMac. They are mega patrons over on Patreon.com. Patreon, I'm sure you've heard about it, but basically it is how I can afford to go on all the adventures that I go on this channel and how I buy all the fruit that I buy. So if you are interested in supporting the channel, check out the link in the description below. Another way to help out is by going to my website. My website has all my videos organized into categories, which is pretty cool, and I also have t-shirts for sale over there. So check it out, and I will see you all next time.